Hello, welcome back. This is author Dear Spice. Today's manifestation technique is known as narrow the gap. Now let's see the final steps of this manifestation technique. Step 1 is your guidance system. It lets you know that caring about what somebody outside of you is thinking about what you're doing is taking you off your path of your own guidance system. So do not heed to what anyone's opinions are all about or anything else. You just listen to your own intuitions, you just listen to your own guidance system. Okay. So step 1 is your guidance system lets you know that caring about what somebody outside of you is thinking about what you're doing is really deviating you from your path towards your manifestation. Okay. So that is step 1. Step 2 is your happiness. It's dependent upon your own management of your own gap between what you want to become and what you are, what you have assumed, what is your vibrational reality. So give up your concern about what everyone else is thinking about. Make the uncomfortable moment. For example, if you are brought up into something which you feel is a bit uncomfortable, so make the uncomfortable moment a little brief as possible by taking your attention away from it, by not going there, by not defending, by not justifying, by just accepting the moment. So it's like that we are in a manifestation and you are doing this manifestation, so it should not deviate you from what you want in your life, your desires, right? So you need to not really bother about what anybody else is thinking or anything else. You just go by your own way. Okay, so that's step 2. Now step 3 is play the silly game. Like suppose you're put in a very uncomfortable situation or whatever, play the silly game of making the best of where you are, but you don't have to mold your behavior based upon what anyone thinks that they need from you in order to feel good. Okay, so you just don't have to mold your behavior, to tune your behavior to somebody else to make them feel good or whatever. Don't tune it. Okay, so that's step number 3. The step 4 is you have to decide whether you are willing to close the gap between you and your positive self. Your positive self also and your manifestation, where you want to move out from your vibrational reality into the reality that you want to be in. You need to close this gap. So you have to decide whether you are willing to close the gap between you and your positive self, or obey what others ask you to do and keep this gap open. Okay, so all of your happiness, joy and clarity depends upon these choices. Your happiness, joy and clarity depend upon these choices. Like, are you willing to open up the gap between what you want and what you are, or you want to close in the gap? So if you want to close in the gap, what you need to do is you don't have to bother about what anybody thinks about you. You just be concerned and focus about what you want to do and what you are very happy and satisfied doing. Okay, so step number 4 is you have to decide whether you are willing to close the gap between you and your positive self, or obey what others ask you to do and keep the gap open. All of your happiness, joy and clarity depend on these choices alone. Okay, now step 5 is approval or disapproval of someone will destroy anyone who puts what other people think ahead of their dealing with their own gap. So if you're putting other people's opinions ahead of yours, then you are widening this gap between you and your positive self. So what you got to do is, that's none of your concern. Okay, so approval or disapproval from someone is not your concern. Approval or disapproval of someone, it can destroy you, and this will put what other people are thinking ahead and away from what you think and what your desires are and what you want to become. Okay, now last but not the least, when you are feeling good, you are moving towards everything that you were meant to be. Okay, if you are following the path that feels the best to you at any point of time, at any moment, you have to be following the path to everything that you're intended to be. See, if you are wanting a manifestation to happen, it's because you believe that you'll be even more happy when you get there, right? So it's a happy path. The destination, if the destination got to be happy, your journey towards it is also to be happy. So how can this be possible? But just by choosing the best moments every now and then, and not deviating from the best moments. So if you keep on focusing and giving the momentum to the best moments, that is what is going to give you the manifestation of your desire. That's what is going to give you your manifestation. Okay, so step number 6 is very important. When you are feeling good, you are moving towards everything that you are meant to be. If you're following the path that feels the very best to you at this moment, you have to be following the path to everything that you are intended to be. So guys, this is the manifestation technique known as narrow the gap, and I'll get back to you once more with one more manifestation technique next Saturday. Stay tuned and bye for now. Bye.